Good morning. In this video, we will learn about humming code, error detection and correction using Venn diagram. So in the slide here, you see this is Venn diagram. Three circles, is it? Before going to that, let's see the idea of error detection and correction. Let's assume that you have 4-bit data. Okay, so let's assume that the 4-bit data you have is, let's assume, just a second, you have 0110. So this is the 4-bit data you have. Okay, so this is the data bits. So let's assume you have 4-bit data. So for the 4-bit data, we are going to create a 7-bit code word. Okay, so what do you call? That is called 7-bit code word or code. Just name it like code. So it's going to have 7 bits. So what are the 7 bits? We have only 4-bit data. So how come we can create a 7-bit? Okay, so here the 7 bits goes like that. So this is parity bit 1 and this is parity bit 2. P2 means parity bit 2. Now comes the data bit 1. This is D1. And then parity bit 3. And now comes the remaining data bits, which is D2, D3, and the last 4 is D4. This is 2. Okay, so this is the data bits. So here in the data bit, the 0 on your right side. So here, that 0 on your right side is data bit 1. Next comes data bit 2, D2. Next comes data bit 3. And the last 0 is called your data bit 4. So let's copy those things here. D1 is 0, D2 is 1, D3 1, D4 0. Okay. So this is, so what is the remaining 3 bits? P1, P2, P3, it's still empty. So if you want to find out the P1, P2, P3, let's try to use the Venn diagram like this. Okay, so here when you are trying to use the Venn diagram, how to fill the data is, so let me write it here in the same Venn diagram. So here the first one on this one, this they put the 0 here, is it? So in this place you write the D1 bit, D1. In this place they write 0, is it? That is your D1. They write a 1 here, this is your D2 here. In this place you will be writing D2. In this place you will be writing the D3. And inside you will be writing D4. Okay, I think it's not clear enough here. Let me erase and let me write clearly here. So Venn diagram, you have 3 circles. So this is what I say, in this place you will write your D1 bit. This place you will be writing the D2 bit. Here comes the D3 and inside comes your D4. This is D4. So how about the remaining 3 bits, parity bits? They are called parity. I am going to use the even parity. So this is P1 and in this place you will be writing P2 and here you will be writing P3. So this is the idea how to fill it. So let me draw the Venn diagram so that for this example I can easily calculate the parity bits and I can easily find out is there any error or not. See, D1 comes in this place. So what is your D1 here? 0. What is your D2? It comes here. D3 comes here. D4 comes here. Okay, parity bit. So let's figure out the P1. I have to write here. I told you just a few minutes ago we will be using the even parity. So let's in this circle. So let's name the circle. Let me name it circle A, and this is circle B, and let's see, this is circle C. Each circle you need to maintain even number of ones because I am using even parity. So in this circle there is only one 1. So parity is 1. So when you count now, this circle C contains even number of ones. So let's find out circle B for parity bit 2, P2. It has only one 1. So P2, if it is equal to 1, you will get now even number of ones. Let's go to circle A. It already has even number of ones. So your P3 is 0. So this is your P1, this is your P2 and P3. So P1, P2, P3. So now you have given a 4-bit data. So the question gave you the data bit. Now you find out the 7-bit code word. Okay, so in this way you can easily write the find out the 7-bit code word. Okay, let's check one other. Okay, let's try. Okay, so let's assume that this is your question. Let me put it on the top. So this is your question. Given 4-bit data which is 1011, you are going to compute the 7-bit code word using the Venn diagram. Okay, so let me draw the Venn diagram. Okay, so you already know how the Venn diagram looks like. I couldn't able to draw the circle properly, but you know the idea. So here comes, you will be writing the D1, and here comes the data bit 2, and here is your data bit 3, and inside is your data bit 4. And here comes your parity bit 1, and up here parity bit 2, and here is your parity bit 3. Okay then, so what is the 7-bit code word? This is the question. At least we can, sorry. So as I mentioned, this is your parity bit 1, this is your parity bit 2, and this is your data bit 1, this is data, okay. It looks like R. So this is your data bit 1, and this is your parity bit 3, and remaining data bits D2, D3, and the last one of course D4. You have the 4-bit data given in the question 1011. Here it is 1011. So this is the last one on your right side, that is your D1, and then D2, and then D3, and then D4. Okay, so you know the 4-bit data. data bits are given. Now you need to figure out the 3 parity bit. Question says you are going to use the Venn diagram. As I mentioned, your D1 comes in this right side here. So D1 is 1, D2 is 1, D3 is 0, D4 is 1. Okay, now parity bit 1. So you go with the circle C for parity 1. It already had 3 ones. I'm using even parity, maintain even number of ones. So your P1 is 1. Okay, let's see the circle B for parity bit 2. It already had 2 ones, even number of ones. So P2 is 0. Maintain even number of ones in each circle. Now let's see circle A. It already has even number of ones. So your P3 is again 0. So this is the 7-bit code word for the 4-bit data word using Venn diagram. Okay. So suppose let's assume one other example where you have given a 7-bit code word. Let's assume that 7-bit code word is given, but you are asked to find out is there any error in that 7-bit code word. Okay, so if got any error, you are going to identify the error, find out where is the error, and then you are going to correct the error. Okay, so this is your parity bit 1 and this is and this is your data bit 1 and this is P3. Remember, there are only 3 parity bits. This is your data bit 2, data bit 3 and then the last bit D4. Let's assume that you have given the 7-bit code word. Okay, so let me write the question. Okay, this is the question. Given the 7-bit code word, so 7-bit code word is given in the question. Okay, so this is the question. I supposed to write on the top. It's okay. Given the 7-bit code word 01, 00, 01, 1, identify any error if present. Is there any error? You identify. If got error, correct that error. Correct the data bit. So what is the code word? Code word is 01. So I use the same sequence 01, 0, 0, 0 and then 1, 1. So you all know what is the parity bit, what is the data bits. Okay. So let's draw the Venn diagram and I will explain the parity bits and the mistakes in the Venn diagram. So here in this place you write the D1 which is 0. Here D2 is also 0. D3 is 1, D4 is 0. You know the parity bits. Let's fill the bits. So parity 1 here, parity 2 here, parity 3 here. So let's name the circle. This is circle A and then B and then C. First of all, you need to detect the error. Identify. Identify means find out. Detect the presence of error. Maybe there will be an error, maybe there is no error. Okay, so you will have two options. Yes error, no error. Okay. Let's check the circle. I'll come from circle C. Okay, let's check the circle C. It has, because I'm using even parity. Okay, so I'll maintain even number of ones in each circle. So in circle C, I couldn't able to see any even number of ones. It's odd number of ones. So there is something wrong in the circle C. Okay. So wait. Let's figure out the other two circles. Let's move circle A. Also circle A has odd number of ones. So there is something wrong in the circle A. Let's see the circle B. It has even number of ones. There is no issues with the circle B. So where is the error? Error is in circle A and circle B. So which data bit is common to only circle A and B? So these are the data bits. Here 1, 0, 0, 0. So the inside one you write these things. These are the data bits. Among the 4 data bits, which data bit is common to circle A and circle C? Which is this data bit. So this data bit is wrong. If you could remove it and change it with 1, now you don't have any error. Which is circle A has even number of ones, circle B has even number of ones, even circle C has even number of ones. So the data bit, which data bit you are like changing? D2. D2 is this. So this data bit is changed to this. So what is the correct bit? 7-bit code is 0 1 1 0 0 1 1. So this is the corrected code. You need to write all those details. Okay. Error is detected in data bit 2. The corrected 7-bit code is this is the idea. So error is detected in data bit 2. This is the bit where you have the error. Corrected code is given above. This is the above 0 1 1 0 0 1 1. So this is the corrected data bit. So in this way, if you are given a 4-bit code, okay, let me show you. So if you have given a 4-bit code, you can able to find the 7-bit code word like this. Here also I gave a 7-bit wait a second. So here I given a 7-bit code word. You can able to find out is there any error or mistake present in the code. And if got any mistakes, what is the problem? Here it is. So this is one more example. Given a 4-bit data, you can find out the 7-bit code word. Same here. If I give a 4-bit data, you can identify or you can calculate the 7-bit code word. Sometimes the question will give you the 7-bit code word. So question will give the 7-bit code word. You are going to identify which are the data bits and you are going to identify which data bit has mistake, error, and if there is any mistake you are going to correct the data bit. So this is another question. Thank you.